Commander, I believe we may well be at the turning point of this war. With Stalin's Iron Curtain offline, and the success of the Chronosphere, victory is finally within our grasp. However, there is still much to be done. One of our spies has confirmed our worst fears. The Russians have developed a weapon greater than anything previously known. An atomic bomb. Stalin plans to unleash these bombs on several European cities. If he succeeds, all we have worked for, as a race, as allies, will be for naught. This is Major Vladimir Kosygin, one of Stalin's key atomic strategists. Intelligence indicates that he has vital information on Stalin's plans for this new weapon. Kosygin is appalled by Stalin's methods and is ready to defect. Apparently, Stalin plans to use his own troops as sacrificial lambs to draw our forces into a trap. Once we take the bait, he drops the bomb. You will find Kosygin here, in the Riha compound. Direct the spy past that compound's defenses and to the command center. Once you reach Kosygin, get your APCs in and Kosygin out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Reporting. At once. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Agree. Affirmative. Agree. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction options.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Construction options.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Very well. Agreed. Awaiting order. Affirmative. At once. Awaiting order. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Very well. Very well. Yes, sir. Very well. Agreed. Acknowledged. Very well. Yes, sir. At once. Agreed. At once. Very well.
Construction complete. Construction options.
Reporting.
Building.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Agreed. At once. Very well. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Yes, sir. Very well. Agreed. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. At once.
Mission saved.
At once. Agreed. Yes, sir. Agreed. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Well. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Ready and waiting. Agreed. No. Very well. At once. Very well. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. At
Construction complete. Construction options. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Low power. Building. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir? Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready. Training. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Training.
Waiting on affirmative. Ready and very well. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Ready and
Unit
waiting well.
ready. Building. Construction complete. Construction options. Building.
Awaiting order. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training.
Medic
Construction
reporting now.
complete.
Ready and waiting.
Unit ready. Building. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Mission saved. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir. At once.
Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Construction options. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Building. Training. Unit ready. Unit ready. Training. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting
Unit
order.
ready.
Awaiting affirmative.
Construction complete.
Reporting.
Building.
Affirmative.
Construction
Awaiting orders.
options.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Construction
Vehicle
complete.
reporting.
Building.
Vehicle. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Construction complete.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Vehicle.
ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Primary building selected.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building. Unable to comply. Building in progress.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Primary building selected. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Training.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
orders. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Vehicle affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Naval
Acknowledge.
here.
Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Naval
Affirmative.
here.
Acknowledge.
Lost.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Naval
Acknowledge.
here. Lost.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Awaiting
Naval
orders.
here.
Affirmative.
Lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Building.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Naval unit lost.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Reporting.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Very well. Ready and waiting. At once. Yes, sir. At once. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. At once. Vehicle reporting.
Training.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Training. Building.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
acknowledged. Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Reporting. Affirmative. No. Affirmative. No. No. Affirmative. No. Affirmative.
All base is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Building. Unit lost. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Ready. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Agreed. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir.
Construction
No,
complete.
affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Training. Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit
Acknowledge.
ready. Unit lost.
Reporting.
Unit
Acknowledge.
lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed. Yes, sir.
Unit
Waiting.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledge.
lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost. Unit lost.
Waiting
Unit
orders.
ready.
Acknowledge.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit lost. Training. Unit lost.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Unit
Awaiting
ready.
order. Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building. Building. Insufficient funds.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Commander. On my way. On my way. Reporting. Very well. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. No. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Commander.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
My reporting. Yes, sir.
Training.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Commander. Indeed. Yes, sir.
Unit
Very well.
lost.
Ready. Waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Base is under attack. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting
Unit
order.
lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting.
Insufficient funds.
Waiting order. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Waiting order.
Building.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Training. Unit ready.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Unit
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
lost. Unit lost. Building.
Awaiting
Unit
orders.
lost. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Base is under attack.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Naval unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Building.
Waiting orders. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Naval unit
No,
lost.
Reporting.
Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Naval
Affirmative.
unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Naval unit lost. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit ready. Insufficient
Yes, sir.
funds.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Knowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Base is under attack.
Yes, acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting. Agreed. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Waiting order.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Reporting.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Vehicle.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Vehicle. Affirmative. Vehicle. Affirmative. Vehicle. Affirmative. Vehicle. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir.
funds. Mission saved.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Waiting orders.
Base is under attack. Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Commander, on my waiting orders. Waiting orders. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. King and country.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle. Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Structure sold. Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Building. Building. Insufficient funds.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Reporting.
funds.
Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Reporting.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle
Insufficient
reporting.
funds.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting orders.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Yes,
Acknowledged.
sir. Reporting.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Vehicle affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Vehicle acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Yes, affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledge.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Vehicle reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders.
Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction
Acknowledge.
complete.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit ready. Construction complete.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Waiting orders. Acknowledge.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under
Affirmative.
attack. Insufficient funds. Building.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting order. Yes, sir.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Wait.
ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
The base is under attack. Building.
Vehicle reporting.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes,
Unit
sir.
lost.
Affirmative.
Very well.
Our base
Yes,
is
sir.
under attack.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Building. Naval unit lost. Construction complete.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Insufficient funds. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Vehicle affirmative.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Building.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction
Acknowledge.
complete.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Ready? Yes, sir. Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Unit
Yes, no.
lost.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
King and vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Vehicle.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Commander. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. No. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Sir?
lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost. Building.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Vehicle reporting. Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Yes, sir. Medic reporting. Yes, sir. On my way.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Vehicle affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Reporting. Awaiting
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Vehicle reporting.
Commander. On my way. On my way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Medic report out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. For king and country. For king and country.
Building infiltrated.
Commander, move out. Yes, of course. Of course. Move out. Move out. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course.
Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Training.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. On my way.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Indeed. Commander. Indeed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. Commander. On my way.
Awaiting acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reinforcements
Yes.
have arrived.
Move
Proceed
out.
rescued. Silos needed.
Move out.
Mission accomplished.